Here we are, Scissors and Scrubs. I'm Nicole.
I'm Laura.
I have no idea why we picked these two subjects, but this is what we're doing.
Oh, I think it was like awareness months.
Oh, that's right.
I think September.
Is it Vitiligo Awareness
It
Month?
might be alopecia
Awareness
month.
and we paired it with vitiligo?
Yeah, because I mentioned it.
Okay. All right. So that's why we picked it, I guess. Because we have no idea why we picked what we did. But we are doing vitiligo and alopecia. Mm-hmm. I will start with vitiligo.
Sure.
I think I'm saying that right. All right. I never knew some of the stuff about vitiligo that I learned while I was doing this episode.
My sister had vitiligo.
She did. Mm-hmm. I did not realize it's an autoimmune.
Mm.
I thought it was genetic disfiguration. Like I thought you have it and that's it.
Yeah.
So it is a skin condition, Laura, that causes your skin to lose its color or pigment. Mm-hmm. Your skin can appear lighter than your natural skin tone, or it can turn completely white. I did not know that. The areas that lose color are called macules if it's less than 1 centimeter, and patches if it is larger than 1 centimeter. If it happens where you have hair, it can turn your hair silver or white.
Oh.
This happens because the body's immune system destroys the melanocytes. Mm-hmm. It can affect all races and sexes. Mm-hmm. It can develop at any age. It is an autoimmune disease. It can be seen with conditions such as Addison's, anemia, type 1 diabetes, the diabetes, lupus, or as House would say, it's never lupus.
Never lupus.
Psoriasis, rheumatoid arthritis, and thyroid disease. Mm-hmm. It occurs in about 1% of the population. It starts with a few white spots, usually beginning on the hands, forearms, feet, or face, and it can spread all over your body. Mm-hmm. It can include mucous membranes, genital and rectal areas, eyes, and inner ears.
Imagine like your gums.
Yeah.
Like being white.
Yeah. Or your eyes.
Yeah.
Large patches continue to widen and spread, but stay in the same spot for years. The little macules can shift and change all over time. Types. There is generalized. It is the most common. Okay. Which means obviously it's all over the place. Mm-hmm. Segmental, which it only affects one side of your body or one area. Weird. Mm-hmm. Mucosal.
And your mucous membranes?
Yeah, very smart. Mm-hmm. Focal. It's rare. It develops in a small area and it doesn't spread. Trichrome. It causes a bullseye with a white colorless center. Oh. Then it's lighter around that until it gets to your natural skin. Yeah, it literally makes a bullseye in your body. Universal, which is a rare type causing more than 80% of your skin to lose pigment.
Wow.
That would be bizarro.
Yeah.
Causes. Autoimmune, as previously discussed. Stress can cause it, especially after an injury. Environmental triggers like UV radiation or toxic chemical exposure. 30% of vitiligo cases are genetic. It is not painful, but you are at a higher risk of sunburns where there is no pigmentation. Yeah. You do not have to treat this. It is not necessary. It is only for cosmetic reasons that you are treating it. They can try deep pigmentation therapy, surgery such as skin grafts or blister grafts. Blister grafts sound awful. Yeah. They blister you, and then they take the blister skin and use it as a skin graft. Some drugs help slow the speed of vitiligo, like corticosteroids, topical Janus kinase inhibitors, calcineurin inhibitors, and light therapy. Yeah. That's about all there is on vitiligo, but we have some celebrities. One of the most famous people who talked about vitiligo. Michael Jackson, who had vitiligo apparently on his genital areas that all the kids...
I mean, I'm going to say he probably had it a lot of areas because he got very light.
Well, according to them, he had used light therapy and he used makeup to camouflage light spots developing over his naturally dark skin tone. As it progressed, he used deep pigmenting creams, which can remove the rest of your skin's natural pigment. Mm-hmm. It is very controversial if that's really what he had or if was he just lightening himself. Yeah. Winnie Harlow.
Yeah, the model.
She is a model. She has it like around her mouth. It looks kind of weird.
She has it, but she has it all over the place too.
Does she?
It's just on her face, but her arms, I think, have it. Like she has
it
in
you can
multiple
see it on her arms
areas.
Here. Yeah.
She's like very patchy.
She's a fashion and runway model with vitiligo, and she was in the 21st season of America's Next Top Model. God bless her. Mm-hmm. She's also an inclusive beauty activist who uses her platform to raise awareness about the condition. Yeah. She decided not to do anything for it, and she just uses it as her look. She is freaking stunning.
Yeah.
Carl Dunbar. He is a professional football player and a current football coach, and he uses his platform to also speak about vitiligo. He was a teacher, and he was a teenager when it started showing up, and obviously he was bullied and shit for it. But he says that playing football at Louisiana State University, he found people who cared more about his athletic ability than his skin, and he is now a defensive line coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Poor guy. John Hamm.
What?
John Hamm. Don Draper. He is known to have had vitiligo. He quipped that the stress he experienced while filming Mad Men triggered his onset of his condition. He is stunning, though. He doesn't say where he has it. He's known for things.
I mean, he's famous. Yeah.
He's known for things.
It's a large area to have it on.
It's a large area. All right. Michaela de Prince. She is her ballet dancer.
Yeah.
She was orphaned as a young child and then abandoned by her family members due to her vitiligo. Okay. In the United States, she was adopted and she embraced the love of ballet. And she is now the second soloist in the Boston Ballet.
Wow.
She hopes to be a role model for aspiring ballerinas of skin colors. She has it looks like on her chest. You can see a lot of like spots on her chest. Who else do we have here? Let's see. Can't pronounce this name. Hedvig Lindahl.
Wow.
She is a Swedish soccer player and another celebrity using her platform. If you look at her, she is exactly what you would expect from a Swede. She's very blonde and blue eyes, but you can see on her neck, it's even whiter.
Yeah.
That's even possible. And my last one is, he's a rapper, Chris Calico. A rapper, singer, and songwriter, he has chosen to place his experiences with vitiligo directly into his work.
Wow. His
2008 debut album, Vitiligo.
Wow.
So it peaked 167 on the top Billboard charts.
Wow. Not
He
bad.
reflects on his difficulties he faced growing up with it and his accomplishments. It's on his eyes.
Oh.
So his eye, he's a man of color. His eyes are white.
Like, oh yeah. Like
It's
his
on
eyelids.
and around his eyes. So those are the 7 people that I know of with vitiligo.
Well, I know. My sister.
Where does
She had it on her. It was when we were like kids, and it was on her thigh, and it started like a little area. It looked like it literally. I remember we would say like, "Oh, it's the unicorn." It looked like a unicorn with a horn, and then it got like it spread and spread and spread on her thigh.
Does she still have it?
I don't think so. I don't know. Stacey, do you still have it? I don't know, but I just remember as a kid being like, "Yeah, that's so weird." Like it just started. Like there was just no. It was just all white on her thigh. And she's light anyways.
Yeah.
And like her whole thigh would just be white. And it was in the shape of a unicorn. Then I think it spread.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very strange little illness or disease or whatever you want to call it. Autoimmune.
Yeah,
It's
autoimmune.
strange little thing.
Yeah.
What you got?
Well, I have alopecia.
Oh, you don't have alopecia.
I do not have alopecia. But I actually do have family members with alopecia.
Well.
Yep. Autoimmune. We love a good autoimmune in this family. I can tell you
One of the little girls that Garrett went to school with who was adorable, full on.
Yeah.
From like kindergarten.
Yeah.
She's, God bless her. She's adorable though.
I got this from healthline.com and the NAAF, which is the .org, which is like the site for alopecia. Alopecia is a blanket term for conditions characterized by hair loss, which I didn't realize. There are many types because anything that disrupts the natural healthy hair growth cycle can lead to alopecia. Male pattern baldness usually is one of the types of alopecia.
Is it
which
really?
I didn't realize like all these things are alopecia.
I would never think that.
It's
No.
anything that disrupts the normal
Flow of hair.
growth of hair and like the cycle of hair.
Yeah, I
is
never would have
alopecia.
thought men's.
I'm going to talk about the one that we all like
Think
of, but these are all types of alopecia. Male pattern baldness, it usually starts with receding hairline or hair loss at the crown. The sides and lower back of the head are usually last to lose hair, if any at all, as we call it, the Saint Anthony. Female pattern baldness is different from male because it usually starts with thinning hair along the pot line, which can eventually widen, but complete baldness is rare.
I remember going to Amish country, and you know how severe they wear their hair.
Yeah.
And their parts were just bald down the middle. I remember thinking, oh my God.
Yeah. I don't know why I picked this because I can't say any of these. Superficial alopecia is thought to be an inflammatory condition that sometimes develops after the skin is damaged by a burn or severe infection. Hair loss may occur slowly in patches or more rapidly in larger areas. The skin underneath may become itchy and inflamed. Lichen planopilaris is also an inflammatory condition that tends to affect young women more than men. It is rare with an unknown cause, and it causes smooth patches of skin on the scalp.
Weird.
Frontal fibrosing alopecia is a form of the lichen one, which usually causes slow but progressive hair loss, usually just above the forehead. And it may affect the eyebrows and eyelashes. So that usually is just like hair on your top of your face. Centrifugal cicatricial alopecia, or CCCA, causes hair loss starting at the crown and then spreads across the top of the head. So like hair and then just hair. CCCA almost exclusively affects Black women over the age of 30.
Weird.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Yep. Traction alopecia, which I think is what the Amish have, is caused by repeatedly pulling or tightening hair in the same direction.
Well,
so when you are constantly putting that part in your hair and pulling it back really severely, that is going to cause an alopecia. It will disrupt the normal hair pattern.
I literally could not believe how I'm like, oh, why do you keep doing that? Look what it's done.
I know. Alopecia barbae is an autoimmune disease which causes beard hair to fall out in circular patches. Have you ever seen guys that have, actually Jack has a circular patch in his beard, which I just thought was like, I don't know if he had like an acne thing or something, but it's a circle. And I'm like, I wonder if it's actually this.
Could be.
But it's like, you'll see like literal circles in guys' beards. Postpartum alopecia is caused by the significant and rapid drop in estrogen levels after childbirth. It is actually the shedding of hair that follows the enhanced hair growth that occurs during pregnancy.
We all complain about it.
Yep. Regular hair growth usually resumes within a few months, but it is an alopecia because the normal hair cycle is disrupted. Then there's alopecia areata, which of course I don't actually know if that's how you say it, but that's how I'm going to say it. Which is what, when you think of alopecia, is what you're thinking of. It is an autoimmune disease causing the immune system to attack healthy hair follicles, resulting in hair loss. It tends to run in families, and there are several different types. Persistent patchy alopecia areata is diagnosed when patchy hair loss continues but does not improve or worsen. So you just have random patches of hair that you have.
Didn't we have a resident that had alopecia? I thought it was from stress. And it was all patchy. He wound up shaving his head.
The patchy, that's that first one. But it doesn't like get worse or like spread or like you lose more hair. It just stays patchy over time. Alopecia totalis is when the entire scalp experiences hair loss, so you lose all the hair on the top of your head. Alopecia universalis, this is the one I picture when I picture alopecia.
Everything.
Is when it involves complete hair loss, including scalp and the rest of your body. They don't have eyebrows. They don't have eyelashes. They don't have hair. They don't have arm hair. That is like, to me, when I think of alopecia, that's what I think.
It's devastating.
Yes. Although I don't think the patchy one's great. Diffuse alopecia areata is also known as telogen effluvium. It is different than the normal areata one because hair thins, then falls out in scattered areas of the scalp, where normal alopecia doesn't like thin first and fall out. It just falls out. This can occur in other areas on the body as well. Usually it's caused by severe stress, sudden hormone changes, and medication side effects. Ophiasis alopecia is a form of alopecia areata that mostly affects the sides and back of the scalp and usually affects young people. Alopecia areata is a common autoimmune disease. Alopecia means bald and areata means patchy.
Well, there you go. Bald and patchy. Fancy way of saying bald and patchy.
Yeah. About 2% of people across the world will experience this at some point in their lives, which I think is wicked high. Yeah. Like, I didn't realize that.
Does it come? Well, you're going to answer.
Nearly 7 million people in the U.S. and 160 million worldwide have had alopecia areata. 700,000 people in the U.S. currently have some form of alopecia areata.
I know a few with them.
Yeah. It often first appears in childhood, but can begin at any age. More than 40% of people show signs before the age of 40. Women are more likely to develop alopecia areata, and the odds of developing alopecia areata are higher in Asian, Black, and Hispanic people more than white.
Weird.
Yep. About 20% of people with this autoimmune disease have at least one family member with it. But there is also so if you are an identical twin, there is only a 55% chance that the other identical twin will get it.
That's still high. It's 55.
But identical twins with the same DNA. So it is familial, but it's not. They're like, it is somehow linked, but they can't understand how it's linked. Because like high, this twin
had it and this one
an identical twin will have it. And this one, there's 45% chance they won't. Alopecia areata often occurs in tandem with other autoimmune diseases, just like vitiligo, and atopic conditions. Common conditions that are seen in tandem with it are thyroid disease, asthma, type 1 diabetes, celiac disease, rheumatoid arthritis, vitiligo, allergic rhinitis, and atopic dermatitis, which is eczema. Mental health conditions like anxiety and depression are comorbid conditions associated with alopecia areata, as it affects like the emotional well-being of people. People are judged on their hair.
People are judged on everything.
I mean, on everything. But when you see someone with a full head of hair, and I'll say this all the time, like, they're actually not like a stunning person. But when you walk in with this full head of healthy hair, you're like, oh, they're vibrant, they're lively, they're healthy. Like, you judge someone based on their hair. So
when you look at somebody who has no eyebrows, no eyelashes, no hair at all,
sick. Like, and they're not.
Right.
Like, right. But like, you feel like, and they're treated like they're sick. So it can really affect their psyche a lot. There's a variety of treatments for alopecia areata, depending on your age, the extent of your hair loss, and the type of alopecia you have. For mild alopecia areata, there is topical corticosteroids, intralesional corticosteroids that are injected into the patch. So you have the ball patch, and they inject the corticosteroids into the patch. Oof. Yeah, that can't feel good. And minoxidil, which is a pill that helps hair growth. Rogaine.
Yeah.
For moderate cases, there are pulse corticosteroids, which are oral steroids given at a very high dose at regular intervals over a short period of time. So you can have really high steroid doses, like, 3 times a day for a week.
Eek.
Or, I'm making that up, but something like that. There's topical or contact immunotherapy. And then immunotherapy agents, squaric acid debutyl ester or diphencyprone, DPCP, are applied to the scalp, causing an allergic reaction. That causes an immune response around the follicles, which leads to hair regrowth.
Weird.
So they're like burning your scalp to make it grow. 40 to 55% of patients that receive this treatment report significant regrowth.
Wow.
But treatment needs to continue the regrowth. So you can't do it and then you get regrowth and then stop it. Like, you have to constantly do it for your hair to grow. That a lot. Dupexent, I know you've seen commercials for Dupexent, is a first-line treatment for patients that also have atopic dermatitis or eczema. So I have seen Dupexent. Yeah, I think the ones you see on the commercials are for eczema, but it's also used for alopecia.
Psoriasis or?
And psoriasis, yeah. For severe cases, there's newly renewed hope for a treatment of this. Yeah. So you mentioned them. I don't know if it's JAK inhibitors or JAK inhibitors or whatever. They're immunomodulatory drugs that target the immune system pathway that is associated, that is overactive in alopecia areata. By taking these inhibitors, the immune cells attack on the hair follicle is blocked. So they can no longer attack the hair follicle. So does that
mean somebody who has complete alopecia could get hair back?
This is for severe cases, including totalis and universalis.
So like if you've had it for years, do you think it could come back?
I think so, because if you have it, your body is still attacking it.
Right.
So it blocks that attack, which allows normal hair growth cycle to start up and continue. They are now the first-line treatment for severe alopecia areata, including, like I said, totalis and universalis.
Oh, wow.
So these people with no eyebrows, no eyelashes, they can take these drugs and get some regrowth.
Get something back. I wonder what the side effects are.
I don't know. There are 3 currently approved by the FDA. I'm going to try to say these.
Do you really need to?
Baricitinib is approved for 18 or older. Ritlecitinib. They're all under nib. That's approved for adolescents 12 and up, so these kids can start taking this. And duroxetinib is also another drug for use in adults. So there are now medications, immunotherapies.
Yeah, it's hard, I think, on these people. I actually dated a kid who had complete alopecia. It's bizarre.
Universalis?
Yeah, he had not a stitch of hair on his entire body. It was bizarre.
There was a kid in Malden when I was growing up. He was older than us, but he lived in my neighborhood, and he had universalis. Yeah. And I always, because I'm a kid and I don't know what he has, I thought he had cancer.
Oh, everybody does.
Because I was like, oh, he must have cancer, and that's why he has no hair.
Which side effect of cancer treatment is alopecia.
He was a healthy teenage boy, but in my head, that child had cancer because he had no hair.
Yeah, they're hard. I feel bad for them. Yeah. I feel real bad for them because it's like the girl that he goes to school with, she, most of her life has worn nothing. She just was out and she's adorable. But as a teenager, she wants to fit in and she wants to try. And it's just going to be brutal on them trying to deal through it,
Yeah, I think now, though, not that it isn't brutal and it's awful, but now where we do the eyebrow tattooing, like everybody does eyebrow tattooing, now the wigs are so good.
I wonder how eyebrow tattooing would look on them, though, because usually you're tattooing eyebrows with hair.
I know, but at least there's something, right? Yeah. Like before it was like a line with a pencil. Right. Now they look more, and they can do such a good job. The wigs are so good now.
Yes.
People with hair wear these wigs and you think they're real hair. So at least that stuff's evolving a little bit. Like even if you can't grow the hair and you want something, they're better than they were.
I love what a trooper she was and how stoic she was about it.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know what's going on at home, but at school, you'd never know.
Yeah.
You'd never know.
My cousin that has it does not wear. She doesn't wear anything.
Yeah. I give them credit.
She's a kid, but.
Oh, we have an email. I forgot about the email.
Oh, yeah.
We have an email. And are we ready for the email? Mm-hmm. Okay. Love the podcast.
Oh.
As do I. I just love you guys. I do too. Several months ago, I was looking for a podcast to listen to and stumbled onto yours. At first, I was skeptical. I think most people are. You guys both work in the OR, and I never stepped foot into the OR as a nurse, even through nursing school.
Most people don't.
Yep. I decided to listen anyway, and I'm sure glad I did. Every episode is so interesting, and I learned a lot. I wish I could have earned my CEUs listening to.
We should try that.
Me too. I learned more from you than reading that material for CEUs. You have also given me good recommendations of what to watch on Netflix.
Yeah.
Gilded Age. Do it. Keep up the great podcasts. I've listened now through all of them, and I'm sad I finally caught up. I love the 80s episode, one of my favorites. It brought back great memories. My heart in nursing is the bedside, but no longer work there as I get older. I'm not old, just not willing to work with the negatives of bedside anymore. Bedside's brutal.
Brutal.
This summer, I took a trip to the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum in West Virginia. Dream vacation. What an interesting place. That might be a topic for a podcast. They closed in the early 1990s. That doesn't seem that long ago. I started as an RN in 1992. I really hope you guys keep the podcast coming. Heather.
That sounds like a good idea.
When you look, when she's talking about it closed in the 90s, we have the Liberty Hotel, which used to be the Charles Street Jail.
Yeah.
That closed in the 90s. And I can remember, it had just closed when I started.
Yeah.
And a lot of, Danvers State closed in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I had not who was in Danvers State.
Right.
And these places have just these spooky mystiques.
Right.
Would love to go. So thank you for writing in, Heather.
Yeah.
Guys, we love all the stuff. We're going to look into that. We tried to do an episode for Halloween one time on all those old facilities, but it was just all the same shit.
Yeah, but we can look into it.
We can look into it again. So thank you for writing in. We will see you guys in a couple of weeks and enjoy the beautiful crisp fall nights.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Like, subscribe, rate, and review the Scissors and Scrubs podcast on whatever podcast app you listen to us on. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Scissors and Scrubs. And email us any of your stories or thoughts to scissorsandscrubs@gmail.com.